Welcome to Chapter 7, Polynomial Regression. In this chapter, students will be able to 1. Explore the concept of polynomial regression model. 2. Fit the best polynomial regression model. 3. Use statistical software, namely SPSS, to run the polynomial regression model. Linear regression is used to establish linear relationship between the variables. However, if the distribution of the data is nonlinear, polynomial regression can be used. The multiple linear regression models which you've studied so far were only related to first-order models. That is, the power of the x's used was always 1. Polynomial regression is an extension of general linear regression that aims at looking at the relationship between the dependent and the independent variable, modeling it at the n-order polynomial. In other words, polynomial regression is a form of linear regression in which the relationship between the independent variable x and the dependent variable y is modeled as an n-order polynomial. The uses of polynomial regression model are: 1. Polynomial models are useful in situations where the analyst knows that curvilinear effects are present in the true response function. 2. Polynomial models are also useful as approximating functions to unknown and possible very complex nonlinear relationship. The second-order polynomial regression with one predictor can be interpreted as follows. The quadratic model of x squared representing the second order of regression model. This is the general form of second-order model with beta 1 as the linear effect, and beta 2 is the quadratic effect, or curvilinear. Continuously, the third-order polynomial regression with one predictor can be interpreted as follows. The third order will have the linear effect, beta 1, quadratic effect, beta 2, and the cubic effect, beta 3. Additionally, fitting the polynomial regression model requires these points. It is necessary to check one by one after increasing the effect of the independent variables. Keep checking the variables until a non-significant order term is found. This should be the order that fits the data best. Besides, we also have polynomial model with interaction term. For a polynomial regression with two or more independent variables, the interaction between the two variables may exist. The first-order model for two independent variables with interaction can be written in the following form. Thus, two variables x1 and x2 are said to interact if the change in EIY for one unit change in x1, when x2 is held constant, is dependent on the value of x2. Lastly, when one or more of the predictor variables in the regression model have curvilinear effects on the response variable, the presence of interaction effects leads to response functions whose shapes are not parallel.